Hi, Moon Babies. It's time for my band of the week. This week we're going to be doing the Counting Crows. I always like to start with a little bit of background info on the front man. So I've got a few notes so I don't get lost. I know a lot about the Counting Crows, but I don't want to leave anything out because they're a very special band to me. The song Mr. Jones is mine and my husband's song. You know how couples have songs, that's ours. So he was born on August 1st, 1964. He's 56 years old right now. His name is Adam Frederick Duritz. In case you were wondering, his middle name is Frederick. I think that's cute. He was born in Baltimore, Maryland. He's also lived in El Paso, Texas, Berkeley, California, and spent a lot of time in San Francisco, California. The band was first started by Adam and David Bryson. They formed the Counting Crows in San Francisco in 1991. Oh, that makes me feel old because I can remember when they first came out. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to be dwelling on my age. But when Gary Gesh of Geffen Records first heard their demo, he fell in love with it. In February 1992, a bidding war broke out between 9 record companies. 9 different record companies wanted to sign this band. And it was only 2 dudes at the time. And they wanted to sign it. That's insane. That's insane. That's just crazy. They were that good. They were that good, which I believe it because I think they're that good too. But in April, which by then they had recruited other members, Matt Malley, Steve Bowman, and Charlie Gillingham, they signed a deal finally with Gesh and Geffen. They were believed to be so lucrative that people often referred to them as the accounting crows because they were going to rack in so much money. They just knew that they were bankable, which they were right. Let's see. Their first album, of course, is August and Everything After, and that is because his birthday, Adam's birthday, is August 1st. I'm pretty sure that's why it doesn't say that anywhere, but I'm pretty much banking on that that's why it's called that. That charted within the top 5 of Billboard 200 right after it came out. The single Mr. Jones, yay, Mr. Jones, in 1993 was number 1 in Canada. After they performed on Saturday Night Live, Mr. Jones, if you haven't seen that Saturday Night Live performance of Mr. Jones, look it up on YouTube. It is so awesome. He looks so young, which he was so young, but it's so cool. But after that, they jumped 40 spots on the charts because people just didn't know who they were, and then when they saw them on SNL, they're like, oh my gosh, and their sales increased, their popularity increased, and they moved up 40 spots. The album has been certified 7 times platinum. That is 7 times platinum. That is a lot of records. August and Everything After has sold a lot of copies. And of course, that's certified by the Recording Industry Association of America. 6 of their albums have been charted on the Billboard's 200. On the Billboard 200, and 4 have been certified gold or platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. They're the ones that do the certification for gold and platinum albums, if you didn't know that. I'm going to list all of their albums and the years that they came out and let you know which ones are platinum and which ones are gold. Right after I fix this. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so the first one, of course, 7 times platinum, August and Everything After, which is 1993. Then in 1996, they have Recovering the Satellites, which is 2 times platinum. Then they have Across the Wire live in New York in 1998, which is really good. They have This Desert Life in 1999. That one goes platinum. And then They have Face the Promised Land in 2000. And then another one that went gold was Hard Candy in 2002. Next, they have Films About Ghosts in 2004. New Amsterdam, live at the Heineken Music Hall in 2006. Then they have Saturday Nights and Sunday Mornings in 2008. Then they have iTunes live from Soho in 2008. And then they have Oral 6 in 2008. And then they have, in 2011, they come out with August and Everything After live. That's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite one. And then they have live in New York City, 1997 in 2012. So they play a lot of older hits in 2012. And then they have Underwater Sunshine in 2012. Echoes of the Outlaw Road Show in 2013. And then Somewhere Under Wonderland in 2014. So that's a lot of albums. They've put out a lot of albums. The awards that they've won, they've been nominated for 2 Grammys for Best Rock Performance by a duo or group with vocals for Round Here, and then they also were nominated for Best New Artist. That was in 1994. They didn't win, however, but they were still nominated, which is pretty awesome. In 2004, they get an Academy Award nomination for Accidentally in Love, which is in the movie Shrek, of course. If you've ever seen Shrek, you've heard that song. They got an Academy Award nom for that. I can't believe they didn't win that because that song makes that movie, I think. I don't think that song, that song makes that movie. I don't think that movie would be the same without that song in it. The band has sold more than 20 million albums. 20 million albums. And they're known for their dynamic and live performances, which I would know. I've been to one, and I'll tell you all about it at the end. The band's name comes from a British nursery rhyme. It's like, it counts magpies, which they're a form of crow. So that's counting crows, like counting magpies, counting crows. Let's see. And then it's also featured on the song A Murder of One, because, you know, a flock of crows is called a murder. So they featured that on that song. That's pretty cool. That's on their debut album. You have to check that song out if you haven't heard it. Current band members. These are the people that are currently in the band. And when I went to go see them and had our picture taken, they weren't all in the picture, which made me sad. But they were on stage. Adam Duritz, which is lead vocals. Duh. Jim Boggio, I think that's how you say that, is drums. David Bryson is on the guitar. Charlie Gillingham is on the keyboards. David Emmergluck is on the guitar. Milliard Powers is bass. And Dan Vickery is on the guitar. The 25th anniversary of Everything After August and Everything After toured in 2018. I went there. It was wonderful. They came to Charlotte, which is a couple hours from me. Got this t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's got the 25 up here. It's got Counting Crows down here. Really tiny. Don't know why it's so freaking tiny. But you can see it says Counting Crows. And then there's like a balloon with like a dude in it. Some hands. It's a very interesting shirt. And then a huge hand. It's one of the most interesting concert tees I've ever gotten. I don't quite understand it. If you understand it and you kind of get any symbolism in it, let me know, because I'm a little stuck. But we also got a bag. Counting Crows, 25 years and counting. Got some more stuff too, but the things I wanted you to see I brought up here. A VIP ticket. It was so hot that day. It was in August. Oh, it was so hot. It was so hot. It was ridiculous. I had on a jean jumper. You'll see it in the picture, in the thumbnail for this video. And I was so hot, I eventually had to take the undershirt off and just go bra, jumper, and even then it didn't help. I was still sweating until the sun went down. And then we got a lanyard that just says Counting Crows, 25 years and counting. And if you press, it's a USB drive. So, pretty cool. So, anyway, a little bit more about Adam, kind of personal information. He came out in probably 2010, I think, and did a couple of interviews talking about that he has a dissociative disorder. And when we went to the concert, he talked about it too, and that how it's inspired a lot of his music, and how a lot of the times he doesn't want to be around anyone. He just wants to sit and be alone and write. So he was diagnosed in 2008, and he's taking a break from making music right now. They haven't had an album for a while, but I'm sure that they'll have another one. But they did tour in 2018, and I think that hopefully they'll tour again, because I'd love to see him again live. They put on a really good show. He does a lot of improvisation. He does a lot of talking. He does a lot of switching up the beat. He does acoustic sets. It's a really good show. It's a really good show to go to. But another interesting fact about him is that he dated Jennifer Aniston. I think that's awesome. But Counting Crows, yes, Adam Duritz, we love you, band members. You guys have kicked butt throughout your career. But that's all I have about him, guys, and about the Counting Crows. I think that it's really awesome where they got the name from a nursery rhyme. It's so cool to learn, like, where the band names come from, because now a lot of the alt bands, it's just like, you know, Royal this or Royal that, or something just really random. Like when I came up for it, I'm writing a book. I've mentioned in my videos before, and when I came up with the punk band for it, I put first words in a bucket and in a little cup, and then last words in a bucket, and drew two out and put them together, and that was it. But like, this band's name comes from an actual British nursery rhyme where they count magpies, and instead of doing Counting Magpies, they change it to Counting Crows because of the alliteration and counting and crows. That's just cool to me. It's really cool to me. I'm just interested in stuff like that. Always have been, always will be. But just remember, guys, rock on. See you next time. Bye.